Hello and welcome. My name is Michele Saladino and I am the head mixologist at the Rivoli Bar here at the Ritz London. And today, on behalf of the Royal Academy of Culinary Art for the annual Awards of Excellence, I am happy to show you how to make a shaken cocktail. So the purpose of shaking a cocktail is to mix the ingredients together, to cool the drink, to dilute it and to add air. The choice of today is the Pepper Plain. The Pepper Plain is a modern classic bourbon cocktail with an harmonious balance of bittersweet and herbal flavors. The cocktail has been invented in 2008 by Sam Ross, a long-time bartender at Milk and Honey Bar, New York City, now called Attaboy. The tools needed to execute the drink are a cobble shaker, also called 3-pieces shaker or Japanese shaker, a jigger to measure all our ingredients, a fine mesh strainer, and a Mexican elbow to juice some lemon. So now we're ready to build the cocktail. The drink calls for equal measures of 4 ingredients. Top tip is to measure all the ingredients accurately in order to achieve the perfect balance of all of them. So we start from the simplest ingredients, which is some lemon juice. Usually in bars we juice lemon and lime in advance, but just for your knowledge, as soon as you cut the citrus, it gets oxidized straight away, so and it may compromise the taste of your drink. That's why today for you I decided to juice some citrus on the spot. So you cut the tip of a lemon, then you cut it in half. You take a tin or any container with a Mexican elbow, you put the half lemon inside and you simply squeeze it. Now we measure it. So we do 25 milliliters of lemon juice. Next ingredient is Aperol, a bittersweet aperitif with some orange notes. So we do again 25 milliliters. Next ingredient, Amaro Nonino. Amaro is a category of bittersweet herbal liqueurs. And we measure again 25 milliliters. Last ingredient, the main spirit, which in this case is Bourbon Whisky. And we do again 25 milliliters. Now we put ice inside our shaker. Just make sure that the shaker is filled up with ice. Next step is to close it. So we put this on top, we put the lid, and then with our thumb we hold the shaker like that and we wrap it up. And then we put 2 or 3 fingers on the bottom. Now it's very important the movement you do with the shaker. It has to be a wrist movement. It's not back and forth, as if you do back and forth, you break the ice inside the shaker, so you get the wrong dilution and you get the wrong aeration. What we want is to the ice inside the shaker do a circular movement, so you break as less ice as possible and also you get the right dilution. And you follow 2 points. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's also very important to listen to the sound of your shaker. The sound of the ice, it has to be rhythmic. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And slowly you increase the speed. Now you shake for roughly 15-20 seconds, but a good sign that the drink is ready to be poured into the glass is when it's completely chilled. Now, as a glassware, we use a cup of 275 milliliters capacity. We remove the lid, and then we use a fine mesh strainer. This technique is called double straining because you strain twice. First with the top of your shaker, and second time with the fine mesh strainer. Now we want to do this step just to capture all the little pieces of ice that you create when you shake. You know, they may not be pleasant to find this little piece of ice in the glass while you drink. Okay, so the cocktail, it calls as a garnish an actual paper plane, the one that you used to make at school. But you know, nowadays it's not a common practice anymore, and here at the Rivoli Bar we decide to serve the cocktail as it is. For you, the paper plane. Salute. Remember to fill up the shaker with ice. Close it and hold it with the thumb on top of it. You wrap it up with the rest of your hand. You put 2-3 fingers on the bottom of the shaker and you use your wrists. But most importantly, you hear to the sound of the shaker, of the ice inside your shaker. A good way to get a rhythmic sound to practice is to put some rice inside your shaker, and while you shake you can record yourself. That is what I was doing and what I'm still doing at home to improve my shaking technique. Please, for you, the pepper plane. Salute.